Hi, I'm Floriaan, born and raised in Belgium, and now I live in Finland. And here's how that happened. It actually started when I was a teenager and I started noticing that I absolutely love entertaining children. And kind of accidentally I ended up teaching music to children. And then I realized I want to become a teacher. So when the time was there, I applied for teacher education and I started the studies. And in the last semester of those studies, I had two options. I could go to school and do a traineeship, or I could go abroad and do an Erasmus exchange. And I chose the latter, and that's how I ended up in Finland for the first time. I joined the community education program in Humak as an exchange student, and it turned out to be a life-changing experience. I learned a lot of things, widened my views on even more, but most importantly, I made a lot of friendships, and I even found love. And it's that love that eventually made me decide 4 years later to move here. However, not too long after that we broke up, and I was suddenly facing the dilemma, do I stay or do I go? And at that point I realized that I want to live here, I can build a life here. One of the main reasons is that I learned here that life doesn't have to go a certain way. Before I came here, I felt a lot of pressure to follow the normal path. Graduate, find a job, find a partner, get a house, get babies. It didn't suit me that well, and that pressure fell away here in Finland. And after working here, I'll tell more about that later in the video, I could compare working in Belgium and working in Finland. And I found out that I really like how the work-life balance is protected here and appreciated way more. Integrating in Finland has not always been easy, but from an administrative point of view, as a European, it's quite straightforward. Socially, I did face some more challenges, mostly because of the language. But by now I learned to understand and speak quite well. I followed some courses, but what helped me most was organizing a language cafe, where I met with others trying to get the hang of the language. And in a casual setting, we played some games or we talked about life, and together we learned. And that's how I got to be where I am now. But I want to tell you a bit more about that working now. Let's get inside. Finding a job went pretty smoothly for me. I straight away applied to get my degree recognized, and I found a job very fast in an international kindergarten, which was great. But then I saw that the University of Helsinki has an international master's program called Changing Education, and I just knew I had to apply. I've been intrigued by education for a very long time, and I every time felt that some change is needed. So this felt like the perfect next step. And now, here I am, working at Humak as a trainee, 8 years after I was an exchange student here myself. After this traineeship, I'll graduate, and I feel more ready than ever to find a job here in Finland and work in the field of education to bring about that necessary change. So if you are a student thinking of coming to Finland, or if you're already here and thinking of maybe staying, I'd say go for it. I at least had a very great journey, and even though as an immigrant sometimes I felt lost, the beauty of being lost is that it's the only time in life that you can be surprised by unexpected beauty.